Okay, so the Eagles and Commanders are set to face off in a matchup that could have huge playoff implications, and heading into the game, the Eagles just got some shocking news that could change things, and it comes on multiple fronts, starting with the fact that one defender, who's been playing really well recently, has also quietly been dealing with a serious injury, while another crucial player seems set to return, but things aren't quite official just yet. Plus, multiple Eagles, including Jalen Hurts and the coordinators, previewed the matchup with the Commanders, and it seems like one guy in particular could be set up to have a big game, so we're going to talk about that and all the other Eagles news leading to the matchup with the Commanders starting right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Philly Fan 21 channel. If you're new, I'm Evan and I cover all things Philadelphia Eagles, and we are just one day away from the Eagles Thursday night divisional matchup with the Washington Commanders in what is no doubt going to be a massive game with some serious implications moving forward through the rest of the season. As if the Eagles win, then they'll have a 1.5 game lead in the NFC East with 7 games to go, but if the Commanders win, they take the division lead back by half a game, and they will have the tiebreaker over the Eagles, which more than likely makes the Week 16 matchup in Washington a must-win for the Birds. So, safe to say, there's a lot on the line for this one. Now, do I think Commanders fans may be taking it a little bit too far when I'm seeing a full-blown playoff-style hype video with the Avengers trailer as the audio for this one singular game in November circulating on social media? Yeah, I do, but hey, as funny as this is as an Eagles fan that they're treating this game like the Super Bowl, I can kind of understand it because Washington has not been this good in a while, so I do get why they're excited. But all jokes aside, this is, like I said, still a very big game at this point in the season, and one of the biggest challenges this Eagles squad has had to date, and that's in large part due to how good Commanders rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels has been through the first 10 games of the season, so the Eagles certainly are going to have their hands full with him, and ahead of the matchup, both Jalen Hurts and Eagles defensive coordinator Vic Fangio had some really high praise for the rookie.
I've always thought he's a great player, been able to win the Heisman, all the success he's had, and even until this point.
He's done a great job for them. Kudos to him for what he's been able to achieve. Kudos to the coaches there that are coaching him, because that's not an easy offense to run. They do a lot of different things. And, he's only thrown 2 interceptions, which is, unreal, really. So he's done a great job. He's a really good player, highly talented. I think they're running an offense that he's very comfortable in. And he's got a lot of good players around him. And I think it's an accumulation of all that.
Daniels certainly is going to present a very tough challenge for this Eagles defense. Like Fangio said, he's done a really good job taking care of the football, and he also has the ability to hurt the defense with his legs too, and in the read option game, he has been a threat, so that'll be something that the Eagles defense has to be prepared for as well, and ahead of the matchup, Vic Fangio talks about that specifically.
Yeah, we got to be assignment sound, make sure we always have a guy available to play that quarterback if he pulls it. He'll pull it sometimes with blockers. He'll pull it sometimes with, just himself there if you overplay the run. You got to be assignment sound.
Hopefully the Eagles come to this game versus the Commanders fully prepared to handle all the challenges that Jayden Daniels presents, including in the read option game, because slowing him down is obviously just going to be crucial to the Birds winning this matchup. And so is slowing down some of the weapons that the Commanders have in the passing game, and that includes a guy that Eagles fans know all too well in tight end Zach Ertz, as the former Eagle and Super Bowl champion will be returning to Philly for the first time this week, and he's still been a solid option for the Commanders this late in his career, and you know that he's going to just be a little bit extra motivated for this game as well. So the Eagles are going to have to be ready to deal with him in this one, and ahead of the matchup, Vic Fangio talked about the challenges that Ertz can present.
Yeah, Ertz is a really good receiver, as I'm sure you all know, and he is a favorite red zone target of the Commanders this year. He's a tough guy to cover, good hands, good size, knows how to body up people and get himself between the ball and the defender, so it will be a tough assignment with him.
The Eagles are certainly going to have to be prepared to slow down Ertz in this game, because Eagles fans should know what he's capable of, and also, as much as it does suck that he's playing for a division rival, I think it's going to be great to have Ertz back in the link, and Eagles fans should give him a warm welcome before the game starts, but then obviously, once the game gets going, then it'll be a different story. Also, moving on, obviously, the more pressing concern for the Eagles defense in terms of weapons that the Commanders have is going to be Terry McLaurin, as the receiver is an absolute star and a very tough matchup for any defense, but star rookie corner Quinyon Mitchell is going to be ready for it. And ahead of the game, he previewed the matchup with McLaurin.
Yeah, he's a good receiver, good veteran guy, get open, really explosive. So, the approach is still going to be the same, watch film, just prepare well.
what kind of stands out most when you're watching him?
Yeah, just a deep ball, just how he get behind the defense and make explosive plays. So, like I say, he's a good veteran receiver, and we're going to have a task this Thursday.
He's certainly right that McLaurin is a very, very good veteran receiver, and he's going to have to watch the deep ball in this game. But honestly, I have full and complete confidence that Quinyon is going to be great once again. I mean, just look at these numbers so far through the first 10 weeks of the season against some of the league's top receivers. The most he's given up has been 2 catches for 23 yards to Chris Olave, which is just absolutely insane, and he still has yet to allow a touchdown. Plus, he just seems to be getting better, judging by a recent film breakdown from Brian Baldinger.
Death, taxes, and Quinyon Mitchell does not get beat. Watch his feet. He's got amazing feet. Watch, he doesn't guess. He stays right in front of Brooks, and then when Brooks takes off, he squeezes him to the sideline, and he finds the ball, and he gets him out of bounds. Like, he doesn't get beat. And then you watch this right here. All right, it's 3rd and 10. All right, early in the game right now. Now, here comes Tolbert up in the middle. All right, it's at 3rd and 10. Watch where he makes the tackle at 9 yards. You know what the Cowboys are screaming on the sideline? Punt team. And then you get on 3rd and 5 right here. All right, here's CeeDee Lamb. They're running a play for him. They're going to run all these rubs and picks in the middle of the field. And even when he does have to bubble right here, like, the guy's a great tackler. Down goes Lamb. But then, like, it's one good play after another. You watch this right here. And here it is again. Brooks against Quinyon Mitchell. Puts that left foot in the ground. Swat! Bang! Gets the ball out. I mean, it's death, taxes, and Quinyon Mitchell doesn't get beat. Those are the 3 certainties in life after 10 weeks of the NFL season.
I think it's safe to say that the Eagles just got an absolute star in the draft in Quinyon Mitchell and also in Cooper DeJean, like I talked about yesterday. But in regards to this game with Washington, this matchup between Mitchell and DeJean and also Terry McLaurin and the Washington receivers is going to be huge. And if the Birds can slow them down, then that should go a long way in helping the Eagles defense to have a successful day. And really, this is going to be a tough matchup for both sides, as the Commanders have the number 4 offense in yards and the number 3 offense in points coming into this game, while the Eagles defense has been the best in the NFL in just about every category possible since their bye week in week 5. So something's got to give in this one, and for the Eagles, I think the keys are simple. 1, they got to stop the run well and force the Commanders into more 2nd and 3rd and long situations, and they also have to continue to rush the passer well. And if they can also get a few turnovers like they have the past 3 weeks, then that would be a bonus. Now for the Eagles offense, though, they are going to have a bit more of a favorable matchup in this one, as Washington has the 14th ranked defense in the league in terms of yards and they're 12th in points, so they have been a slightly above average unit, but still they definitely can be beat. That being said, though, they still do have a lot of talent and should not be taken lightly, and ahead of the matchup, both Jalen Hurts and Kellen Moore talked about the Commanders' defense, and they gave them a ton of praise.
Well, they're a disciplined football team, have great coaches, obviously got a lot of familiarity with them, and they got great players playing hard, the way they are able to create problems up front. Their linebackers are really good players, smart players, instinctual players, fast players. And then out wide, they're very sticky in coverage.
Certainly the D-line, I mean, obviously they got excellent push, excellent effort. They get to the quarterback. I think on the back end, they're really, really aggressive. They do an excellent job of playing aggressive on the receivers. And so I think they've done a nice job of diversifying just their different coverage looks. They give you just enough flavor that make you work pre-snap and post-snap, and so they'll do an excellent job. They'll make it hard on us.
Again, while this is definitely a more favorable matchup than the Eagles defense has, it still very much has its challenges, and Jalen Hurts and the guys are going to have to be ready. And there is one particular guy on offense that could be set up to have a massive day. And don't worry, we're going to get into that more in just a minute, but real quick, I do want to say, if you are enjoying this video and you don't want to miss any other Eagles coverage or content just like this coming throughout the rest of this season, then make sure you subscribe, and also really, really importantly, turn on notifications so you're notified instantly when one of these videos is uploaded. Trust me, you guys are not going to want to miss any of the Eagles coverage or content I got coming on this channel throughout the rest of the season. I cover the Birds pretty much daily here, so if you want to stay up to date on all the latest Eagles news, this is the spot. So again, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and also drop a like to show some support if you are enjoying this video. Let's see if we can get to 700 likes today. Now, with all that being said, let's get back into the video. So the Washington defense has actually been alright in most areas, and actually against the pass, they've been really good as they're ranked 5th in the league in that area, but they also do have a clear weakness, and that's defending the run, as they're ranked 28th in the NFL in that category. So I think the smart thing for the Eagles to do would just be to commit even more to running the ball this week and give the ball to Saquon Barkley a ton. And obviously, that's been one of the formulas of success for this Eagles offense during their win streak, so I very much do expect them to lean on their run game early and often in this one, and that'll naturally then open up the passing game and just get the offense going as a whole. And I think they have even more of a reason to lean on their run game if Jordan Mailata does in fact return. And it kind of does seem like he's on track to, as the star tackle has been a full participant in practice throughout the week since his 21-day practice window was open on Monday, and on Tuesday, the Eagles went ahead and made a roster move to clear a roster spot by waiving tight end Jack Stoll, who, side note, I think should be back on the practice squad at some point, but that move in all likelihood was made to clear a spot for Mailata's return. So if he is back this week, it's obviously just going to be great to have one of the best offensive linemen back in there, and he no doubt provides a huge boost for this team. That being said, though, based on some comments from Mailata, it doesn't seem like he's guaranteed to return just yet.
It seems pretty obvious, but you're playing Thursday?
We're not too sure yet. Not too sure. We're just taking it day by day so far.
What do you need to find out before you know you're ready?
Ton more reps, knock the rust off, Got to feel confident in stepping on that field. So, again, I trust in the trainers and the program that they've set up for me and in order to get back for this game. So every day we're just ticking off boxes, just to get on the field. So
only time will tell whether Mailata's going to play or not, but we'll surely get some more information pretty soon here later today, and everything we have so far does make it seem like he is on track to return Thursday, and he also says he's feeling very good ahead of the game as well.
Feeling good, just trusting in the daily, targets that I'm setting every day, just to try and prepare for this game. So it's been a long time since I've been on the field. It feels like it has been, but I'm pretty excited.
I certainly hope Mailata does end up returning this week, but whenever it is, he's sure to provide a big boost to this offense, so I'm just looking forward to it. And getting to some more injury news ahead of the matchup, the Eagles have had mostly positive developments as the week has gone on, as all the guys that were out to begin the weekend, Nakobe Dean, Dallas Goedert, Darius Slay, and Devontae Smith all practiced in some capacity Tuesday and today, and they seem to be on track to play in the game, so that's obviously great news, but we'll get much more information later in the day that gives us a better idea. However, the Eagles also did get a pretty surprising injury update involving a key defender in edge rusher Bryce Huff, as even though he played last week and is on track to play this week, Vic Fangio just revealed that he is far from 100% healthy.
Jalen Hunt, what has he done to earn more playing time?
Who?
Jalen Hunt.
Yeah, he's done better in practice, and it's kind of a result too of Bryce. He's got a big cast on his hand, leaves his thumb totally immobilized, and he's got his palm is immobilized. So he's just got 4 fingers dangling there with no thumb or palm to help him. So, on the less obvious downs, just makes sense to put a guy in there that's 100%.
Why is he needed a cast?
He's got something wrong with his wrist.
Man, that certainly seems like a pretty serious injury that Huff is dealing with to me, and one that surely has to affect Huff a ton when he's out there. So, like Fangio said, it's no surprise that the rookie Jalen Hunt is getting a bigger role and that Huff's snaps have been limited. And I feel like, honestly, getting back to Huff, we all may have to cut him a little bit of slack moving forward while he deals with this injury, and I also feel like he deserves a ton of credit for not just playing through this hand and wrist injury, but also for playing well, as this past week, he was the Eagles' highest graded player on the entire team. So, shout out to him for just putting up a performance like that, and of course having that big strip sack while injured like this, and also just for bouncing back from a slow start to the season, and also blocking out all the criticism that's been thrown his way by Eagles fans and many others. And hopefully Huff is able to build off that performance in Dallas and just continue to get better rather than regressing due to this injury, and I do think it's going to be very interesting to watch him in this game specifically to see how he looks and how the injury is affecting him, and hopefully it doesn't affect him too much in this game, because if it does, it definitely does hurt the Eagles defense a little bit. But still, even with this news, overall, I'm pretty excited for the matchup. I mean, I think it'll be a tough, hard-fought game between two good football teams, but the Eagles obviously got the edge at home and also an experience, plus I feel like they're the hotter team right now and just overall the better squad. So I'm going to take them to win a tough one, 35-28 on Thursday night. But what do you guys think? Give me your score predictions down in the comments below. And also, while you're at it, make sure you again subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any other Eagles coverage just like this coming throughout the rest of the season. And also, again, while you're at it, make sure you drop a like to show some support if you did enjoy this video. It really does help me out a ton, and it takes 2 seconds. Again, let's see if we can get to 700 likes today. And also, if you want to watch another Eagles video going over some news from earlier in the week, you can check this out right here. And now with all that being said, that's pretty much all I got for this one, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.